Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Okay, let's paint. I'm gonna mention the colors. Here I have titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. I'm gonna start sketching the drawing, something pretty simple. Okay, I'm gonna mix black and red, and let's start sketching. First, I always try to simplify. You know what I see? What I see here, for example, here's gonna be the top of the head. It's kind of a triangular shape here. You know, inside this is the head, one arm, the arm here. Okay, and here's shoulder and the back. Okay. Yeah. I can repeat this shape here to find the hand in this area. I love to use this triangular, simple shapes. I think it's pretty easy to kind of find the right position for all the things on the features of any painting. Okay. Hello, Wava. Hello, Manuel. Okay. Continue just a second. Just a second. Okay. Let's see. I can measure here, I think, from the top of the head to here to the arm. I think the chin is in the middle, kind of being close to being the middle from here to here. Okay. Okay, now, if I see, let's say that the color has like a lot of darker colors or lighter colors, we can usually start with, in this case, I see more darker colors on the whole image. And I'm gonna start with those colors, okay? Darker values, not the same color, but different color, same values, different colors. Like all this area here is, it looks like more than 60% of the painting is dark. Let's mix some black and white, a little bit of red and yellow, more black. I'm not using any medium. Sometimes I use if I want to just go faster with, spraying the painting really fast. Or when my canvas is not okay, like having problem just moving the oil paint around my canvas, then I'm gonna use some medium. Usually I use linseed oil. Sometimes I mix linseed oil with turpentine or mineral spirit, or sometimes I just linseed oil alone without anything. Okay. Let's see, this area is kind of bluish here, a dark blue. Okay, here's the arm, and the image is pretty close, the arm here to the edge of the photograph. I'm gonna add a little bit more space. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of cover blue. Let me see, the hand is here, shape here, the hand is aligned up with the arm. I think everything is okay. Right now I'm going to establish values, darker area, midtones, and lights. Okay, let's see. Yep. I think I'm doing okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a different brush. It's like at the same time that the image is pretty dark. It's kind of everything is bluish, and I just have I see this kind of orangey, and the highlights are concentrated here around the face. You know, the face, the shoulder, a little bit of light here and here. Okay, I'm gonna paint now this darker orangey color for the skin and shadow, and then the lights. Okay, hello Sharon. Let's mix just orange. And let's knock down this orange with black and white. And just going on the air without pressuring too much and without any medium. You know, we can see some transparency. I can see the canvas. Obviously, if let's say that I was painting on a white canvas, that would be different. On a white canvas, I wouldn't do this because I'm just taking advantage of the tone of my canvas and to go with kind of thin layer of paint. Okay. If my canvas was white, I could see there's a lot of white here. I'm not saying that it's better to paint on a toned canvas. It's just what you want, what you like, or what do you think works for you. Okay, now touch of yellow, and the hand is around here. The hand is pretty dark. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this brush. Now you see, I'm just using two colors and establishing the value differences. Okay, I got the drawing and establishing the value differences. That's the first thing that we should do, because I'm gonna just continue painting but respecting the value. For example, this area is in dark. All the values here are gonna be darker colors, and the values here are gonna be darker colors. I'm not gonna put any of these values here, light values over here, over here, over here, no. And that's why I prefer to establish this value order from the very beginning. Here, this area is kind of brownish, kind of bluish greenish. No, it looks like some green at the same time. It looks like some emerald green with cobalt blue or ultramarine blue. Hello, Mila. Mm, okay, let's continue checking out the drawing, the head, the arm. Okay, I think the knee is like this, like a diagonal line. Yep. Okay. Now I go back to this color and I continue painting the face. Pretty lightly, okay? Pretty lightly. I do this because I'm gonna add more paint, and if I add this thick, really thick, that's gonna be difficult to change the color. And I know for sure that this color is no, it's not okay. But I gotta just put some paint on my canvas, and after doing that, I'm gonna adjust the color. But there's so many ways to do it. It's I could spend like an hour mixing previous to paint and start painting, but like I said, it's just so many different techniques, so many different ways, and I love just to kind of make changes on the go. Like right now, I need to see something, and then I make a judgment, and I continue making adjustments through the whole process. I'm gonna add a little bit of white here. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everything is okay. Close. Lop, Swapnil. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up a different brush. I see I'm gonna paint the highlights. Just gonna mix white and a touch of yellow. Okay. The same, I'm going just on the air without pressuring too much. Okay, yeah. Now I see, I'm squinting down my eyes, okay, I see this, I see the light here on the hair, and at the same time, also light here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use a different brush. I end up using like 10 brushes or sometimes even more. But we need that, okay? We need to use a lot of brushes, especially when we paint in one session. When we try to paint and paint a lot in one session, I'm planning to paint in two sessions this one because there's a lot of details, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish up this painting in one session. But anyway, when I'm painting alone at home without making a video and just on my own rhythm, let's say sometimes I just use a couple of brushes, and sometimes I just one, and it's kind of could be kind of messy, because the same brush, when you move with the same brush to darker color or lighter color, obviously you end up with a lot of muddy colors. But I don't care sometimes about that. When I start painting, the basic colors that I use. I mean, the base is usually is kind of muddy, but that's okay since my plan is, you know, adding more and more colors. Okay, let's see. Now it's too pinky here. Need to make it more yellowish. And at the same time, there's yellowish. It's a little bit of green. Obviously, this fabric, this kind of transparent cloth is kind of bluish, and that's going to reflect the light. The highlight here is kind of yellowish. You have something bluish. Definitely, we're gonna see some green over, in some areas. Hello, Mary. Oh, you mean you can understand or you cannot understand the subject, Mary? Hello, Paul Moore. Hello, Luis. Hello, Natalia. Oh, see, Natalia saying hi, dear friends. I'm waiting. Second part of the picture with girl from. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yes, I know. I was thinking today. I think it's time for continue that painting, and then I found this photograph in Pinterest, and I said, "Oh my God, I love this one. I gotta paint this one." And then I put the other one on hold, but I'm gonna paint it maybe Thursday or Friday. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes and comparing, and okay, I think I'm doing okay. The color is just, I just had, have started. But anyway, I don't want the color to be too far away from the color I need to use here. Okay, let's see this triangular shape here. The hand. There's a finger here that's getting a lot of light. The light of the hair. A finger here. A light here. The eyes here. The bone here on the hand is aligned with the eye. Let's see what else. Look at this shape. I'm checking out a negative space here. Yeah, that's okay. I think I need to add more light to the neck. Okay. I'm gonna change to a different brush. Simone is saying her. This is the first time I write in a chat box, but I have started to see your videos for some months. Thank you so much, Simona. Hello, Farima. Miri saying, why are you painting a bird, a plane, of a fish? I'm painting Superman. Yeah. Paul Molly saying, it's a woman curled up in a chair. I think it's a bathtub, and she's inside. Yeah. Simone is saying, thank you for useful tips. May I ask a question? What type of paper are you using for the painting? Oh, yeah, I don't use paper. I use a canvas, uh, a gesso canvas. I prepare my own canvases. I use gesso, 4 layers of gesso, and I add a layer of acrylic, transparent layer of acrylic to tone the canvas. But I haven't used paper yet. You know, I have seen some people using, and it looks like it's pretty good. I mean, not all of them, you know. But some people had told me that the paper is pretty good, and some other people that it's not. I think it depends, like everything, you know, it depends on the brand. Maybe I will try it. I have some paper, the paper prepared especially for oil paint. It's there, you know. I have like maybe a block. I mean, it's not mine. It's my daughter's. She got it as a gift, and she basically does illustrations. That means she's not using the paper. But I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I will. I will in some moment. Okay, change it to a different brush. I need a different yellow. I have chrome yellow here. I'm gonna add it. I'm not in that because I need a different green, and definitely this is gonna give me a different variation with cover blue, and I think that's gonna be useful for this area here. Okay. Well, I didn't know that was kind of confusing this image. Yeah, I know because it's pretty small. Yeah, you're right, Mary. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, exploring history. Okay, I need to step back a little bit. I'm squinting down my eyes. Having a problem here. It looks like it's too pointy, this shoulder, but you know. Yeah, okay. That's gonna be a drawing problem. Maybe it's because I need to darken up here yet. Let's see. What about the highlight here? The lightest light. The darker colors, okay. Okay. I'm checking out this. Everything is okay with the light. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown here. Then I'm gonna add some details. Okay, now we need a little bit of this. It's kind of greenish, bluish. And add some green. Okay. I'm getting close. Yeah, maybe I should make this curve here. Let me see, where is, here's the top of my image. Okay. Yeah, now I'm painting things that you don't see, you all don't see here on the camera. That's the top and the bottom. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can move my camera a little bit away. Yeah. There. Okay, let's continue working. I have established, like I said, some uh, values, the highlights, the orangey color here. It has to be more yellowish, but anyway, enclose everything darker. Well, I have to darken up and make it more greenish, this portion here. Okay, yeah, I need more yellow. Green. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hello, aesthetic. Hello, Paul Moore is saying, is that a picture of a real person or an illustration? I think it's a picture of a real person. No, you made me doubt. I'm doubting that right now because that happened to me. That I have found amazing photograph, and when I read the description, uh, what I was watching was a hyper-realistic illustration or painting. Yeah, but I think it is a photograph. Sylvia is saying, do you prefer the prima technique over painting with glazes? Both techniques are pretty good. If I gotta say which one is gonna give to anyone better results, I gotta say the longer process when you add glazes and retouch and all of that. La prima, I love la prima, but you know the extra time that we put when we paint with layers, it pay off at the end. Okay, it's just definitely. I mean, you gotta do it in order to see the difference. But it's just what you want, what you like. I mean, in my case, I love, let's say, try to finish up a painting in one session. Even that I know that I could get better results if I just stop, take a break, go back to the painting next day, and add some glazes and all of that. I know that, but every time I just love to try to finish up a painting just in one session. Mhm. Okay, let's see. Uh, I'm trying to see the shape here. I'm trying to see this shape in order to draw the the light here underneath on the leg here, this. But in order to apply these lights here, the first thing I'm doing and just working, let's say with a negative space, that would be a negative space. Okay, I'm trying to copy this shape in order to get these lights here. Okay, let's see. The head, the top, the head. It's kind of a figure here. Yeah. Hello, Jonas. Oh, Okay, let's see. Taking some paper towel. Okay, I'm squinting down my eyes and comparing. Yep. Okay, I need to darken up the hair. Okay, again, I'm just trying to kind of copy simple shape. Trying to see the head and the hair like it's something flat. Okay, now let's mix this orangey color, darker one. No, adding a little bit of alizarin crimson. Okay, I need to make it even darker. Adding more black. Okay, let's see. I think I have to reduce the shoulder here, but let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. Let's pick up a smaller brush, couple of brushes number 0. I'm gonna work the face, a little bit on the face. Now you have noticed that I usually work on the face a little bit. It's like I don't stay too much in one area. I usually moving around. I need to see the whole, And the more important, not always that's gonna be. I mean, obviously drawing is pretty important, but if you get that done, the more important that's gonna be values. See the difference, light, highlights, establishing highlights, midtones, and shadows. Thank you so much, Mary, for commenting about the classes. You know that I have a Patreon account where we paint alone like the whole week. We draw Thursdays, we paint Tuesdays, Sundays, Saturdays. What else? I think the whole week. You can check out my Patreon account. The link is in the description. You can see on the screen. It's there, Renzo Art, and you're gonna find different memberships, starting from $4, and then 15, and then $100. A little bit of light. It's kind of greenish. This. See, kind of a combination between. You see the color, orange, greenish. Okay, let's add more bluish color. make some brown here and light up. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the lights. Okay. Now I have to make this. This is just chrome yellow. I'm gonna put it here. Now when I put the color directly from here, that means that I wanna mix the color here. That's too much yellow, but anyway, I mean, I'm mixing the color here on the painting, and I wanna see if the color works. I think it's much better, even that looks maybe right now too yellowish. I think it's much better than before. Okay, yeah, okay. I see that it's closer now the color to the photograph. Yeah, let's work on the face. Hello, Prija, saying, looking fabulous, thank you. XX one sinners in question. When you go off screen with a brush, is it because you clean it up or add some linseed oil or something? I'm not using linseed oil, but I clean the brush. I have paper towel, I do this. But usually, I use like a lot of brushes, and in this way I save sometimes because I'm here on YouTube. I save some time sometimes, and at the same time, kind of prevent to get muddy colors so easily. Because it's like if I use a brush that it has a lighter color, and then I clean it like this, and I go back with to use a darker color. Definitely, my darker color is gonna end up being a little bit milky, and then maybe it's gonna affect my colors. Mila is asking me, do you give individual online classes? No, right now it's more about group classes. Okay, but uh, usually is for example, on the $4 tier that we paint still lives, landscapes, Saturdays we paint for a couple of hours. Paint alone. I mean, it's kind of exactly what you see here. The difference obviously is the people is painting with me and we see each other and I can see the paintings and I can correct, give some suggestions and critiques and all of that. Okay, for example, that's for $4. There are like 50 people in that membership, that tier. That's the name of it. But usually it show up just like sometimes from 5 to 10 people. Because obviously it's like not everybody is just there at the same hour. People just prefer to see the recorded lesson because all the lessons are recorded. You can watch them anytime you want. Okay, I'm zooming in my photograph here on my screen to work on the face. It's a brush number 0, synthetic brush. Let's see the profile. Let's see. I can even measure with the photograph. No. Yeah. And it's just like that. If you know, and just some people maybe don't want to paint alone and just watch the recording and work on their own pace, which I try to go really slow on the paint alone lessons, but that, anyway, I mean, it's not really, really slow, you know. But we make a lot of pauses, we stop a lot for everybody to catch up. I have a different brush. I need a different brush. I have this one is number 0. Okay, the ones here that I said number, it was number 0. This one is double 0. Double 0, double 0. This one is 0. You see a difference? I've been using this one for blending because you see the hair. And then you can see the hair. Every time that the hair is just like that, it's just open, and I use that brush for blending. Okay, let's see. Triangular shape. Now you gotta switch every time that you try to copy something. For me, it works when I switch from a 3D view to a 2D view, a two-dimensional view from a three-dimensional view. That means that when I say this is a triangle, I'm thinking that's something flat, just flat. And when I think that's flat, it's easy to copy the shape. You know, let's say that I said this is a triangle, and this is another triangle. It's easier. It's flat. The problem is when we start thinking about three-dimensionality on the face. That's when you know it got a little bit complicated. Mary saying, Renzo, I need to send you more pictures of my puppies. This is a girl falling asleep in a bathtub with a blanket. But you may have spent too much time at high altitude. Okay. Uh, okay. Hello, Samia. Okay. Let's continue. I see a little bit of intense reflected orange here on the neck. Okay, I need a different brush now. Mixing white and chrome yellow. Okay. Let's see. I see a light, reflected light on the hand. Then it goes this light here. Okay. Jonas is asking, did I miss part 2 from the other part 1 painting last week? No, you haven't. You didn't. I just I didn't paint it yet. I was to paint it today, but you know, I saw this image and I decided just to paint this one. Okay, let's see. The arm is, I think, it's more tilted. Okay, usually what I use is I can use the edge of the photograph. You can see the edge, and that's gonna help me to see how tilted is the arm. And I know by that I have to correct something there. Okay. What else? What else? Let me put the image a little bit bigger. I'm gonna move my Instagram account a little bit. The image is in the description box. Okay. Let's continue adding some lights. For example, I'm gonna add a highlight here. Yep. Just pure white. I mean, I'm not saying that's gonna stay just pure white, but right now I'm just adding pure white. Again, white with a little bit of chrome yellow. You can see that it's more greenish. That area is definitely more greenish. Okay, for more cerulean blue. Now remember, I left the cerulean blue upstairs. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm using common blue. this. Okay, a little bit greenish here. Okay, let's go back to the face, and I'm gonna blend the face a little bit. Okay, need to step back again. Uh, Exploring is asking me, is this difficult to paint marble in the painting? Marble. Yeah, you know. Uh, I don't think it's about what you paint. It's more about knowing the basics because it's like, for example, okay, I remember a student that I had at the School of Art, okay, and at one time we were speaking and we were practicing, in the School of Art, basically we begin on the really basic things that maybe it could be kind of boring sometimes, but that's the way it is because it's about training the student to develop a strength, you know, on observation. And she was like, I want to paint a tree. And I told her, okay, let's paint a cylinder. And she was, I don't want to paint a cylinder. I mean, I want to paint a tree. Yeah, but you know what? For me, it was like, hey, that's the basic form. It's not like you're gonna need to learn to paint each object that exists. Usually, you go back to the basic form, and you use that form for anything that you paint that it kind of has some similarity, like a tree, like I don't know, a bottle, anything. That's what usually it's about. You know, it's like trying to learn music, and just learn one song, no more than one song. Usually, a musician pretty sure learns the basic, and then he can use all that to play any song. That's the same with painting, you know. Now I understand that sometimes we want to paint something, specifically something, just something. I mean, we're gonna paint that specific object, okay, and that's okay, you know. But it's gonna be always better to think about the basic form in order to understand how the light is hitting an object. And it's easy to understand that when we work on a basic form. Like for example, to work on a tree, and we start working on a cylinder, it's gonna be so clear where is the light, highlights, midtone, and shadows. Okay, but when we paint a tree, sometimes because of the texture, we are not able to see that. Yeah, it's like there is too many ups and downs, and okay. Now, when you learn to see the basic form, now that's gonna help you to see more, and maybe ignore some things that maybe it could confuse you. That would be texture, for example, and get the volume of the tree first, and then you add texture. For example, that's gonna work usually for everything, anything that you paint. That's why we always go back to, hey, think about a sphere, think about a cylinder, think about a square, because that's the way to understand how light hits any object and how light spreads on the surface of the object and creates the illusion of, three-dimensionality. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit, because for her at that time she was like, no, I mean, I don't want to use like she thought at the moment that she was wasting her time, trying to go to the basic. It took for her like half year to understand that. That was the best way to do it. Hmm. Yeah. The idea is to see more. It's not just try to copy exactly what you see at the moment. To see more, to see just what is beneath the surface. And usually, when you take out texture, when you take out all the ups and downs, you end up with a basic form. And the basic form are always the same that you usually practice: a cube, a sphere, a cylinder, and a cone. And that's gonna be about those objects again and again, again and again. Uh, Thank you so much, Mary, for your comment. Okay. Oh, bye, Mary. Hello, Sinet. Sinet. Okay, I'm gonna read what Mary just saying about me. You know, this is pretty good for my ego. Sarah is saying class stuff. He simplifies, reviews, goes over basics, verbalizes his thoughts, critiques students' work in real time. This is unique, extends class time, uses Photoshop. He's generous, kind, and funny. Mary is just describing me and my classes because she's one of my patrons. Thank you so much, Mary. uh, you made my day. I feel powerful today. Okay, and that story that was saying about this student is for everybody. Okay, it wasn't just for her. It was for me when I was a student. I never understood why, when I get in the first year as an art student, they put me to draw and paint boxes, spheres, cylinders. That was so boring. That's the advantage that, let's say, that self-taught artist has, I think, that we can choose. I mean, you can choose. They can choose any subject, and that's pretty nice because this is something that I think it's okay to study the basics, but from time to time, adding something that it could be inspiring for a student, that would be even better. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I thought about that, when I was a teacher in this school of art. I thought about that, but you know what? I got a surprise when I tried to change little things. The principal told me, "Hey, we have already a plan that is running for years about teaching, and a teacher just can only just change this plan or add something to this plan, just like 10%, just 10%. That's the only thing that you can do. If you have an idea about something, if you want to change something, you're allowed to add, not change, to add 10%. That means that you cannot go to the school of art and teach whatever you want, even that you think that it's gonna be better for everybody." Which is pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let me step back. Let's see. Yeah, I need more light here. I'm gonna add more pure white here. Now I'm adding thicker paint, with a touch of yellow. I'm gonna make that a little bit brighter. Let's see. Okay, let's continue. I painted a little bit here. I move here. No, I'm moving all around the image, all around the painting. A little bit of light. Mm, okay, I'm just trying to see if I close with values. I'm squinting down my eyes and stepping back. Okay, let's paint a little bit of the hair. If you have any question, let me know. This way, you keep me talking. Keep me talking, because sometimes I just, I don't have anything to say. I'm just using white. Since the painting, everything is wet here, it's gonna get mixed. If I keep moving my brush here like this, moving, the painting get mixed more and more to the point that kind of, disappear. If I lay down a brush stroke and I leave it there, it's gonna stay there. Okay, but it depends on the amount of paint that you use too. I'm using few paint because I wanna get closer to the lights on the hair, just little by little. I add some lights, I move my brush, it's kind of blending. At the same time, I knock down the light and I continue again. Okay, now I'm gonna use a dark gray and I go on the hair again. I just use the tip of the brush. Okay, step back again. Okay, Sharon is saying, agree, Mary. Thank you. Hello, CSG. Does the same principle of painting apply to drawing, or drawing is different? Yeah, the same principles. Obviously, what it changes is color. If you don't have color, there is no color theory to apply, but everything is the same. Values, how to draw. You can draw thinking about a sculptural approach. That means that you can work with basically considering first just shapes, values, light and shadows. You can start with more a linear approach. That means just lines to draw. But and obviously value after you have sort of drawing value, that's going to be the more important when you draw. In painting you gotta add color. That means in painting you gotta add this thinking about temperature, because the light is always have temperature and light creates form. Okay, and that I mean color theory is not something that color theory just is a description that what is happening in nature. It's just that. Okay, there is nobody, no painter invention or anything. It's just a description that what is happening with light, what is happening in nature. It's just for us to understand better what is happening and to see more. When the thing is see more. We study anatomy, for example, to see more. We study color theory to see more. The difference between temperature, to understand and to be able to recognize what is happening in nature. Samia is asking me, is it wrong to copy a painting? No, no, painting nothing is wrong. I mean, you can do whatever you want. The thing that is wrong in painting is when you copy another painting and you say that that's your painting, you sign it, If you copy somebody's painting, you gotta just put the credit. Yeah. But copying a painting is, is one way to study, another way to study. And for me, as an art student, it was another way to study because we want to kind of I don't know how to put this. It's just when you see somebody that speaks so good and you kind of mimic, shadow that person, the way to speak. It's the same with painting. Usually we love, somebody's painting. We love something, color, brush strokes, interpretation, creativity, anything. Now, about drawing, for example, obviously drawing is something that's the same for everybody. We basically love. I mean, in my case, for example, I love all the copies that I have done. I don't copy a painting because I think, oh, the drawing is perfect. I mean, the drawing obviously is pretty good. I copy a painting because I think in the color harmony. I think, hey, this guy, he just, he's a master in mastering. He has mastered this uh, harmony control between warm and cool colors, between the amount of gray down colors, muddy colors that exist in a painting, and saturate the colors. Okay, and I copy that because I admire that. And going back to my classes on Patreon, we copy the last Sunday of the month because we have 4 classes. Well, we have 8 classes on the, let's say, VIP tier, the $100 tier. We paint Sundays for 4 hours and we paint Tuesdays for 4 hours. And the last class on Sundays, we study, we paint a copy to study a painter. And I pick up that, I usually pick up a painter that it has a really amazing colors, you know, really amazing colors. And that's what we want to copy, want to control. Mm, mm, I'm just thinking right now. Okay, I need to add some more colors here. I need to add some orange to my palette. With a little bit of orange, and I see a reflected light here. Reflected orange. Okay. Going back to this orange. Okay, I can use this orange here too on the knees. Let me see here. Sammy saying, what about using a projector? That's okay. That's a tool. That's a tool. Nobody's gonna say anything. I mean, no. I mean, the idea obviously is to have some balance. I mean, nobody's gonna tell you, hey, use a projector all the time or trace the image all the time. You know, the idea is just to get the balance between tracing and drawing just by eye. And the point is that's a tracing or using a projector is a tool. Okay, and just that. For me, every time that I paint a commission, I use a projector. Sorry, I trace. I don't have a projector anymore. I trace. And if I'm not able to trace because the image maybe is too big or anything, what I do is I I use a grid. Okay, but that's a tool. And now, obviously, I'm gonna feel personally really bad if I do that all the time. And then to have a nice balance, I draw by eye. Yeah? and and I paint at the same time. I try to paint by eye, just by observation. But like I said, I mean, you know, it's normal to use it, and nobody's gonna tell you the opposite. I mean, I don't know. Maybe nobody say. Maybe somebody's gonna tell you, no, don't trace. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just like painting is so free that you can trace all the time, and nobody has to tell you anything. Uh, some people like me, I could suggest, hey, draw, a little bit, sketch a little bit, try to get a nice balance. Just that. And at the same time, I gotta say that tracing is not a solution for everything. When we paint, usually as soon as we start adding more and more paint, we kind of lost the drawing. We don't see the lines anymore. And you don't practice just drawing by eye from time to time, there is when somebody's gonna get lost, and we don't know what to do to fix some problem that because the drawing is not there anymore. I can see a little bit of a green color here, greenish, bluish color. Okay, I need to step back and check out again. Yeah, I like it. I don't see this as a highlight. Let me see if it's a point that I need to just add more. Or is it pointing with my camera? Oh, I think everything is pretty good. With the camera, I don't know, I mean, sometimes my camera just adjusts the, what is called here white balance, and it changes a little bit the light and the shadows. Okay, I pick up more white, put it here. Okay. More questions? If somebody has a question, just, it doesn't have to do with the painting I'm working right now, but any question that would be nice to try to answer any question. I use my pinky to, and then you're gonna see these little tiny light dots. It's because of my hand, because of my pinky. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay. Uh, XX one senior is asking me, "Are you living in North America?" No, I live in South America. I live in Peru. Yeah. Exploring history is asking me, "Do you ever paint any painting or of historical people with your own imagination?" Uh, mm, yeah, to be honest, I don't remember. Uh, maybe once at least. What happens that sometimes we got commissions, and definitely some people ask for so many things, and one thing, for example, if somebody, one thing I'm pretty sure. I mean, I think I got somebody asked me that. No, don't remember so clearly. Maybe it was when I was a student, but what I usually did, it was kind of looking for so many images from here, from there, from magazines, and I create a collage, and then I painted from that collage. And it wasn't completely from my imagination, you know. No, it wasn't for my imagination at all. I mean, it was more like a composition, creating a composition with so many different images, different photographs. But that's I remember doing something like that. I think. Uh, what I remember that once a guy asked me for to paint a big painting from some kind of historical battle here in my country. You know, we were discussing the price, and he wants something, you know, that obviously there is not photograph from that event. It was like 400 years ago, and that would be from my imagination. I didn't at the end. I didn't do the project. Looks like the guy was just asking so many people for trying to find nice price, and then he found, you know, somebody else here who wanted to paint it for less money. Okay, I need a bigger brush. But I gotta say at the same time that it's kind of it's not my thing when I got commissions. I mean, some people ask me to paint things that uh, I mean, work is work, okay? I had painted so many commissions, but now that I'm getting older, I kind of, you know, I shouldn't do that, like, but aren't rejecting, like, so many commissions, like, I don't know. It's just about getting older, I think. Yeah, it's just about that. It's just, I want to paint what I want. Hmm. It shouldn't be like that, you know. It's my work. Uh, but I have like maybe 5 emails like the last month with people asking me for painting a portrait. Sorry, so sorry, somebody's here, and I was like, hey, I don't want to. It's not like that I have a lot of money. I don't need the work. No, it's just I don't know. I mean, this it's just like that. Like I'm getting older, and when I was younger, it's like every commission, like it was like, hey, I was the first one saying, hey, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Anything, painting, anything. That was me saying always, I will do it. 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 I will do it But don't follow my example, okay? Because that's not good. That's not a good example. If you paint for living, you gotta just take all the commissions, all the possible commissions. But I have met, for example, I have a friend like he. I was speaking to a friend. I don't remember a long time ago. He remember he was like, "Hey, I'm not able to paint a commission. I'm not." He used to paint a lot of paintings. I prefer, like a client to have a lot of painting to choose from instead of asking me for a commission. Obviously, he used to paint landscapes. I haven't seen him for a while, but pretty sure he's still painting landscapes, which is different if you paint portraits. Yeah, because a portrait is a specific painting for a specific person. I need to light up here. Yep. Okay, let's see. Hello, Cherry. Exploring cinema culture, people love to paint characters from folklore, religious personality with some messages. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah. Hello, hi man. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let me see. I think I have to reduce the size of the head. Mm, okay, no, I'm gonna just pick up a brush for blending. When I say a brush for blending, usually I refer to a round brush. That it has the hair like this. Okay, and I'm gonna kind of just soften the edge here. And I'll go back later to that area because I'm not so sure that if I have to reduce the head or make it bigger or anything. I have this brush. It's kind of it's dying, but then I have this. I usually do this, you know. Okay. Now it's good for blending. Okay, I'm going all over the painting here and there, just working all at once. Exploring, thank you, Exploring History. Hello, Jean, or Jean, George. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a flat brush. See, touch of yellow. Let's try again. Nope, more yellow. Okay, even more. You know what? I'm gonna put it just directly here because I'm not able to get to the color, and I'm just going little by little, but there. Let's see. Okay, that's closer. Oops, Look what happened. Oh my god, my brush is dying. I need a different brush for blending. I have another one here. Sylvia is asking me, did you paint also portraits of people from your imagination? I have painted a couple of times, but it wasn't like, it was just for a class. Uh, for example, it was like when we paint a portrait, usually the idea is to start to memorize certain aspects of a portrait, like the highlights. The highlights on the cheekbone, that's going to be for everybody, the same highlights. Some, let's say, some shadows on the corner of the eyes, the same, that will be for everybody. The nose, uh, okay, how to just light up the shadows on the nose, making the shadows a little bit reddish, and to create some transparency on the nose. Okay, and at the same time, always thinking about that the face is something spherical. Okay, we cannot go on a face from one value to the, they say, the contour of the face to the edge of the face with the same value. That's going to be always a difference, because that's what happens when we paint something round, something spherical. And I remember that those demos that I did, both demos were about explaining that and how we need to learn by heart those things. Okay, and I always keep mentioning, that what usually what we paint what we know, and we paint what we see. What we know, obviously, is something that we acquired by repetition, by practicing again and again, painting the same thing again and again. And that happens when we paint a portrait. The things that we learn in one portrait, we apply those things to the next portrait. That's the idea about repetition, practice, and repetition. Because we go always on the same things, over the same things again and again. And obviously, everything is to be aware of the process of painting a portrait. Now, the result of those portraits, it wasn't that good, obviously. Our memory is something that it's not gonna be 100% accurate when we try to paint somebody from memory. But it was good. Okay, it was good enough to explain a lot of things that we usually do in base of what we know and not things that we see. Okay, but like I said, it's a combination. Okay, it's always a combination. Okay, let's see the comments again. Okay, exploring history scene and a vet in Vancouver. Let me know if you need anything for your dog. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I have a dog and I have 5 cats and a turtle. Yeah, I need a vet to ask him, anything about. Well, to be honest, I have a friend that is a vet, and I have a doctor here on the corner, just half block from here. We used to go there, and my friend is for asking him like when I don't know when my kids they are kind of my daughter. I mean, my daughter she's the one that she takes care of. Not let's say that she takes care of all the animals, but let's say that she worries a lot about them. Uh, okay, let's see the finger. Let's see this hand. Okay, so like that, like that. Step back. Okay, call me anytime. Oh, thank you so much, Exploring History. Yeah, you know, I have a friend. He's a veterinarian, and I have a nephew. He's a doctor. I, I save some money with them because I used to send messages to my nephew and ask him, hey, I got this, or one of my kids had fever or anything, and he's like, hey, yeah, you do this, do that. That saved me a lot of money. Okay, more blue. A little bit of white and more blue. Okay. I think I'm gonna add more blue here, a little bit of yellow here. What time is it? 2 hours. Oh, that's pretty good. I was thinking if you have time, start doing some commission dog cat portrait for my clients. Oh, that would be pretty nice. Yeah, I would love to paint animals. But here in Peru, I'm in Peru, and usually the mayor, it takes like 2 weeks to get anywhere. But that would be nice painting some animals. Yeah, I would love to. Okay, I want to blend everything a little bit. I blend and I clean the brush, and then I blend again, clean the brush just like that, okay? And I blend again. For example, I can see in the photograph more yellowish color here, and that would be something that I could do in the next session. I think I can just do a glaze, and I could get that color just with a glaze. Yeah, next session I could try to finish up this painting and the previous one, the one of the I painted as a woman that it has some half of the face is in shadow. Yeah, yeah, that would be a nice opportunity to paint both. But let's see, sometimes I have an idea and I change my mind and I find a beautiful image and I forget about everything. Like today my idea was about painting that, continue that painting. And now I'm here. Painting a different image. And sometimes I don't even continue with the painting. I have like 3 or 4 videos that it says part 1 and there is no part 2. Sorry about that. I'm gonna give you all a number to complain. That's gonna be my wife's number. She's gonna put me to work right away. I'm adding a little bit of green. You're gonna use a bigger brush. I'm gonna blend everything. Okay, this one. Okay, this one I think is going to do the work. Okay, let's see. Because of the perspective, you see, this hand has to look a little bit bigger. Now I was thinking that maybe I painted the hand too big. Not so sure. I gotta double check on that. Right now, basically, I'm kind of just softening everything. The problem with softening sometimes is that we erase some things without wanting to do it. And sometimes I do that in purpose, to kind of blurry something, unfocus something to just to go back again on that area. see. I think everything is okay. Lighting up here the contour of the arm. Okay, now let's work on the hair. I did another brush. This one is gonna be okay. Now on the hair I have to go back and forth, adding the highlights again, adding dark hair, and it's gonna be just like that. Okay, again. Okay. I think I need to work with both brushes because I'm missing some lights here. Hello, Incostier. Thank you. Hello, Melanie. Thank you. Sylvie saying, what about the copyright of pictures that you paint? Yeah, I found a painter that she did some kind of investigation about that. And as soon as you, okay, there is a website first. I gotta say, yeah, it's called Pixabay, and there is a website that's called Pixels, where you can find images that you can just use for painting without any problem. But let's say in my case, since I'm kind of teaching, and painting, when you teach, I mean, I'm not speaking. I'm speaking like after watching that video, and she did an investigation about that with lawyers and all of that, and she's like, if you use any, you can use any image that as soon as you just teach with the image, okay, you use that image just for teaching purposes. Okay, I don't remember the name of them, but uh, I post I posted the video on my private Facebook group for my patrons. I don't remember just the name or the link. By memory, I don't remember the link. I could go. I have to go and look for the link. Oh, I remember another thing about that video. That she said that's the reason why, let's say, that so many people paint fan art. Okay, it's like painting actors and actresses, and they don't have any problem because of that. Because it's just for showing how to paint. Okay, I don't remember the full explanation. What's her name? I think. Let me see. Okay, give us a minute. I just want to. share this video with everybody. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, what was the name? What was the name? You know what? I looking for Google and I'm just finding a lot of videos that speak about that copyright about images for painters. I don't find the one that I think it was pretty. I mean, she did consult a lawyer and she did a lot of things. Give me a second. I'm gonna share with everybody the link. Where is it? Okay, I'm giving up. No, that's gonna be too difficult to find the video. Yeah, but anyway, that website, Pixels, that one I can put the link to that one. That's pretty good, and you're gonna find a lot of amazing images. It's like free copyright, something like that. I have a link here. I was looking for still lives. You're gonna find a link to still lives. I selected from that website Pixels, like a 5, 6 images, and I'm planning to use them for my next videos. What time is it? 2 hours and a half. That's pretty good. Maybe I'm gonna paint 30 more minutes. I was holding my breath. Usually I don't do so many details. I don't know what happened. I got caught up on details. But anyway, I like it. The only problem that I have tried looking for photograph Pixabay, and I end up always finding the more beautiful ones on Pinterest. That's well. getting tired and hungry. The good thing about being here, well, obviously it's painting, but the other thing is don't eat. That's gonna be pretty good. Maybe you can lose some weight by being here painting for 6 hours. Yeah. Six hours without eating, that would be a record for me. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. I'll try to paint some details here. That's my little dog. Her name is Cosette. She usually barks when somebody's about to, I mean, somebody's just getting, some of my neighbors is getting to their apartments, or or when my daughter or my son, they are about to go out, she starts just to cry and got very, very excited. Sometimes I use, let's say I have one color on my brush that I can use for this area, and I can move here. When I do that, what I change is the pressure on my brush. Here I can pressure more to lay down the color, and here I go lightly. One second. ¿Van a salir? No, esta mi billetera y no. No. ¿A qué hora vas a terminar? Ay, media hora. Ya. Ya. Porque tenemos que tomar decisiones sobre horarios y todo eso. Yo tengo clase a las 6. Sí, eso solamente es media hora. Vamos con el Uber y hacemos eso. Yo no voy a estar consultando, entonces ¿cómo voy a consultar? Ok. Okay, sorry about that. That was my wife telling me, "What are you doing there painting? You gotta spend more time with the family, with your kids." I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, Melanie, what dog? It doesn't. Oh no, we found that dog on the street. Pretty, you know, like pretty tiny. She's tiny now, but it was even like you can hold it and just with one hand like this. And my daughter, she found it. And this little dog, she was full of these little insects, tiny insects that they usually dogs, some dogs had. She was infected with that, and she has some kind of skin illness, something, but the thing is, everybody got infected at the home, at the house. Everybody. At the end, rescuing that dog, it cost me like medicines for everybody. you know, but that happens. We saved a life, but that cost me like what? I don't remember. With the medicines, with all of that, like kind of $200. And then the cats, the same for the cats. They were infected with some worms. We have to take them to the vet. 5 cats. It's kind of, need some extra time to take care of animals. Lice. Yeah, I think that's the name. Little white insects that feed on animals. I mean, they were dark, like tiny dark dots. Maybe saying you want to show us some picture of the dog and cat sometime. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I will. The cats are pretty nice. It's just one cat is the one that is scared of me. As soon as this cat see me, he runs. I didn't do anything to that cat, but And I always chasing this cat, hugging the cat, and he always runs away from me. I want him to love me, you know. That's funny, but that's the truth. I mean, it's like, hey man, I'm the one who feed you, the one who pays your food. You gotta love me. That doesn't sound okay, but he see me and he runs away. But no, it's nice to be loved for animals. It's pretty nice when you get home and the dog just go out and you feel, that somebody loves you. It's pretty nice. But when an animal kind of hates you, you feel that something is wrong with you. You I saw this cat and I think, hey, he knows I'm bad. He knows I'm bad. He knows I'm Batman. I made it say he thinks you're a bear. Oh, maybe, yeah, because of the hair. Yeah, he's scared of me. I gotta do something here, but that's gonna be pretty difficult. When animals hate you is embarrassing. Yeah, this you're right. It's like the animals know that when somebody's good or bad. Yeah. That's what they say. But not that bad. But he hates me anyway. very tired and I have a class in a couple of hours. Okay, I'm gonna work a little bit of the hand, and that would be for today. Mm, let's see, 2, 3 fingers. Okay. Hmm. Melanie, hello, Michael. Melanie saying, I'm worried about the left arm. The left arm looks like it belongs to another person who's sitting behind her, a dead person. Wow, that's a horror. Having problems, I think, with color, you know, or maybe value. Maybe I should make all of this darker. Yeah. And at the same time, I'm having problems with perspective because this hand looks a little bit bigger than it should look bigger, you know, because of the perspective. But I'm gonna have a problem there. I know for sure that I'm gonna have a problem there. Melanie saying this is part of a two-part painting. Yeah, 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 it is. Jonas is asking me, could you also use pure white for the whitest white? Yeah, I did it. I put it, but with a touch of yellow. Yellow is gonna make the any light, any highlight just glow a little bit more. Okay, it's gonna be brighter than just pure white. It's a touch, just yellow. Okay, I gotta see. I gotta step back. Mhm. Mm. Okay, this area need a glaze. Kind of need to darken up here. Now the hand it needs more work. Something is not okay with my drawing. I'm pretty sure about the size of the hand. Yeah. But I'm trying to get as close as possible, but I don't know exactly what it is, the problem. Because at the same time, if I make the hand pretty small, okay, at the same time it's not gonna work because it's not gonna. It has to be a little bit bigger because I gotta follow the perspective. Okay, about color, I'm thinking to put a little bit of orange, the same color that I have here. It's kind of orangey here for the light. Okay. Oh, another thing that would be the reducing the size of the hand. There, I think is better. Okay, what else? I need some. Oh, darken up here. Yep. Yep. Something here that is not okay. I think. I think it's okay. Maybe more rounded. Maybe more pointy. What about the hair? Yeah, the hair I need a glaze there because there is some of this greenish, bluish color. It's everywhere, it's even in the hair, but I don't have it now. I need to add a glaze there. Now for the lights, this lights, I would be better if it dries because it's gonna add on top of the painting that's dry. It's gonna glow more than right now if I keep adding white, white. The same that's gonna be for the highlight of the hair. Okay. What else? I'm just thinking all the things that I'm planning to fix. More hair, maybe here. Or what about the back? Um, I'm asking myself some questions, you know. It doesn't mean that I have all the answers. I'm just asking myself, what about this? What about that? And let's see if I'm gonna be able to fix some things. For example, the reflection here. I see that it's brighter here, here too. Here it's darker. Yeah. Here I see look at how thin is the arm, but I see the same on the photograph. Hmm. Okay, something is okay here. Okay, I'm gonna soften this just to keep it kind of pretty blurry and see how to fix it later. Okay. Now what about here? I think here is pretty good. I like it. What about here? Yeah, I don't need to paint all those details, I think. Oh, this. Yeah, okay. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make a second part. I remember sometimes I not. Sometimes I just don't do it. Don't wait for me. But the previous one, that's a one that definitely I'm gonna continue painting. This one, I don't know. Because sometimes I fix a painting, adding some glazes and adding some little retouches. And when I have so many doubts about a painting that I don't know, I mean, where is the problem? Obviously, I see the reverse image. I use a mirror a lot to find where is the problem. What I do is I work a little bit on the painting one day, maybe for 10 minutes, and then I leave it there for the next week, and then I work again on the painting, trying to just little by little find the mistakes. But definitely doing that for YouTube, that would be too boring. Okay, that's it, I think, for today. Oh, let me think. Let me turn off one light. Oh, I love it. Like this, I love it like this. If this values, I mean, but it looks darker, you know. But the painting is lighter. But like this, it looks. The only thing like this, the only thing I could do is add that yellow glaze here and here, transparent yellow glaze to the white of the face, and it would be perfect. I think. I think. Let me say that. Okay, some more highlights, obviously here, but we keep it this darker, darker. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. What is? Sorry. Oh, thank you so much, Melanie, for the super chat. Oh, thank you, Mr. SC. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And see you next time. Take care, you all. Thank you so much, Melanie. Bye, Sylvia. Bye, everybody. Yeah, that's it.